Ever notice how some of the richest people you know don't actually look rich? No flashy cars, no designer clothes, no million-dollar mansions plastered all over Instagram. That's not an accident. It's a strategy. For generations, Jewish families have mastered one rule that flips the script on money. Live simpler than you can afford. Spend less than you make not because you have to, but because it's the fastest way to freedom. While others chase status, they chase stability. While others spend every paycheck, they build wealth that quietly multiplies in the background. And here's the crazy part. It's not about sacrifice. It's about clarity, control, and a philosophy that turns less into more over time. Stick with me, because in this video, I'm going to show you how that mindset works and how you can use it right now to grow your own fortune without needing a lottery ticket or a six-figure raise. Think about this. In many Jewish households, a kid might watch his parents make a six-figure income, but still drive the same old Toyota, eat home-cooked meals, and live in a modest neighborhood. Why? Because the extra money isn't for showing off, it's for building a financial fortress. Rule number 1, spend less than you earn. Always. Not sometimes, not when it's convenient, every single month. That margin, the gap between income and lifestyle, is where wealth is born. Here's the twist most people miss. When you live simply, you don't feel poorer, you feel freer. There's less pressure to keep up, less debt, less stress. And that freedom gives you something most people never have, the ability to choose. Imagine this. 2 families earn the same $100,000 a year. Family A spends it, all new car, luxury vacations, credit card debt. At the end of the year, they're at zero. Family B lives on $70,000, saves and invests $30,000. After 10 years, even with average returns, they've got a nest egg of almost $500,000. Same income. Totally different outcome. Here's the shocking part. Most millionaires in America don't live like celebrities. Studies show they're far more likely to live in middle-class neighborhoods than gated mansions. They look ordinary on the outside, but their bank accounts are extraordinary on the inside. That's the Jewish way. Wealth built quietly, not flaunted loudly. Here's where the story gets interesting. Most people think wealth comes from earning more, but in Jewish tradition, the foundation of financial strength is actually spending less. Think about it. When income goes up, most of us instinctively upgrade our lifestyle. New car, bigger house, fancier gadgets. That's the lifestyle trap. You feel richer, but in reality, you're stuck on a treadmill where every dollar is already spent before it even arrives. Jewish families flip this mindset completely. Instead of chasing status, they prioritize stability. A modest home isn't a sign of weakness, it's a fortress of security. Driving a reliable car instead of a flashy one doesn't mean you can't afford better. It means you'd rather have your money compounding in the background. Choosing simple meals at home instead of extravagant nights out isn't deprivation, it's discipline. This philosophy isn't about sacrifice, it's about strategy. By spending less than they earn, sometimes far less, they create a surplus. And that surplus becomes fuel for savings, investments, businesses, and ultimately, wealth that lasts for generations. Some of the wealthiest Jewish families you've never heard of don't flaunt their money at all. Their power comes from assets you can't see, real estate portfolios, diversified investments, and businesses that quietly generate income while they live simply. The real wealth is invisible. And here's the kicker. This way of living isn't just financial, it's psychological. When you're not constantly stretching your paycheck to maintain appearances, you have less stress, more freedom, and the ability to make smarter decisions. Ask yourself, what would change in your life if tomorrow you cut your lifestyle costs by 20%? How much faster could you get out of debt, save for investments, or finally build that safety net? Most people never ask this question, but those who do unlock a level of financial control most only dream about. Now, let's go deeper. You might be thinking, okay, live simply, save money. But won't that make life boring? Don't we work hard to enjoy what we earn? That's the exact misconception Jewish families break. Living simply doesn't mean living poorly, it means living intentionally. Take this story. A Jewish businessman in New York was earning six figures by his mid-32nd. Everyone around him upgraded penthouse apartments, sports cars, exotic vacations. But he kept living in the same modest two-bedroom apartment he had when he was just starting out. Why? Because instead of pouring cash into fleeting luxuries, he poured it into commercial real estate. Fast forward 20 years, while his peers were still chasing paychecks to cover ballooning lifestyles, he owned entire buildings that generated passive income every month. His boring lifestyle became the launchpad for true financial freedom. Simplicity isn't weakness, it's actually a hidden power move. By resisting the urge to flex, you gain leverage. Banks see you as low risk. Business partners view you as stable. Opportunities flow to those who aren't weighed down by debt and flashy spending. And here's another layer. Simplicity creates resilience. When economic downturns hit, who suffers most? The ones with high mortgages, car loans, credit card debt. The ones addicted to lifestyle inflation. Meanwhile, the families living below their means, they not only survive, they buy assets on discount while everyone else is panicking. Jewish wisdom here is crystal clear. If you control your desires, you control your destiny. By spending less than you earn, you're not depriving yourself, you're buying options, freedom, and time. Imagine this. Two men both earn $100,000 a year. One spends $95,000 keeping up appearances, saving just $5,000. The other spends $60,000 saving $40,000. 10 years later, the first man has maybe $50,000 in savings. The second, he could have over $500,000 invested. Same income, same decade, two completely different futures. That's the quiet power of simplicity. Living simply isn't about money, it's about peace of mind. When you know your lifestyle costs are low, you don't panic if you lose a job, if markets crash, or if emergencies happen. You're not chained to a paycheck, you're free. So here's the takeaway. Wealth isn't about what you show, it's about what you keep. The Jewish way teaches us a simple but powerful truth. When you live beneath your means, you don't shrink your life, you expand your future. It's not about denying yourself. It's about choosing control over chaos, freedom over debt, and legacy over short-term thrills. That's the difference between living rich and dying broke versus living simple and building unstoppable wealth. If this idea hit you, don't just nod and move on. Start today. Cut one unnecessary expense, redirect that money into savings or investments, and watch what happens over time. And hey, if you found value here, hit like, smash that, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a wake-up call about money. Because the sooner we spread this mindset, the sooner more people can live with freedom instead of financial chains. Remember, simple living isn't boring, it's the ultimate power move.